What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to Veve Vibes, where I love talking all things Veve NFTs, speculation, and of course the market. So I just got off of a very long stream with Dino Lang. He did an absolutely amazing job putting on his donation stream, basically to help the refugees and as well as the people that are being affected out in Ukraine. It was called Eggs for Ukraine. I actually loved it. I hung out there for a while, so I don't know what the final numbers were for the amount he raised, but last I saw he was well over 1,000 gems and NFTs and gems and some other things. So maybe he got some last minute donations. I did have to bounce a bit early, but regardless, thank you, Dina Lang, for putting that on. Now we're actually going to hop into it. So this dropped like 6 minutes ago. I haven't really looked at it that closely yet. I looked at some of the characters, but not like the numbers or anything like that. But Veve just tweeted this out. Woody, Lightning, Edna, the Pixar Pals collection celebrates the iconic characters and more. So Sunday, March 13th at 8 a.m. Pacific time in blind box format. Of course, everyone loves blind box, including myself. So we'll go ahead and open it up really quick. Veve just tweeted this. We're also going to take a quick look at the market as well, just the top gainers, top losers. It's still not working on ecomi wiki, so we'll probably just go off of NFT tracker for now. But opening this up, Pixar Pals. Not going to read all this. You guys can check that out yourself. I'll put a link down in the description of the Medium article itself. So first off, we have Woody. Make sure you guys can see this. So we do have Woody right here. He is in the common variant. Let's see, who was it? I think it was My Collectibles brought up a good point. I'm kind of curious to see if at the very bottom of the boot, it should say the name of the person. I completely forgot the name of the kid that actually owns the toy. I forgot the name of the kid. It's been legitimately 11 years plus since I've watched Toy Story. But Andy, that's his name. Oh my gosh, it took me a minute. Andy was the name of the kid. He has the name Andy at the bottom of the boot. But yeah, so this is the common. Looks like the box price across the board is going to be 60 gems across the board. So we actually have two commons, no secret rare on this drop. This is a first appearance, Disney Pixar series Pixar Pals, available globally. 14,000 editions. So interesting. It's quite a few editions, but not on the very high end, right? It's not like Steamboat Willie where we're pushing like 20,000 or Black Panther or anything like that, but it's enough to I think have quite a few people win. But at the same time, it's low enough to where I do think this will fetch a premium. Next we have, and this one is another one I called Mike Wazowski. And does he have like a retainer in? It kind of looks like he has like a retainer, and I didn't know if that was a thing. To be honest, I've only seen the first Monsters Inc. I don't think I've seen Monsters like Inc. University or what else is entailed with that. But yeah, Mike Wazowski, same thing. Box price is the same, 14,000 mints. Everything is pretty much the same. So first appearance, kind of wanted Sully, but Mike Wazowski is also extremely funny. And it's actually surprising if we keep scrolling down here. We have Cars. Honestly, I've never seen Cars. I know Lightning McQueen is a favorite for a lot of people. But as of right now, so far from what I've seen, we actually have 3 of the 5 drops of this are the main characters of major Pixar films. Like, I think a lot of people have heard of Monsters Inc. Everyone has heard of Toy Story, and a lot of people have seen Cars. So yeah, like this is really exciting stuff. And we weren't really sure, me and a couple other content creators weren't really sure if Veve was going to make this either like basically Pixar was going to do a handful, like they already did here, a handful of the antagonist, or I should say the main character of different Pixar films. Were they going to just stick to Toy Story because it did show a picture of Woody? So were they just going to stick to Toy Story? Could it be 5 different iterations of Woody? So it seems like they actually went down the route of having mostly main characters, but we'll see here in the next couple NFTs what they kind of did with that. So same thing here. So this is actually the uncommon. So this is the part that's interesting. Lightning McQueen is a car, but it's also a character. It's living, it's alive. So is it first appearance? Is it FA? I think it's right to have them put first appearance. It is more or less a sentient car that it acts like a character. It moves, it talks, it does all the stuff. So I did see parts of Cars, so but I haven't seen the whole movie from beginning to end for the most part. But yeah, this is the uncommon at 11,000 edition. So again, a bit on the higher end, but still low enough to where, you know, most people are starting to get this drop. So scrolling down a bit further, now this is really cool. I actually really like this. The massive amount of balloons that we have here is crazy. I'm kind of curious to see how this would look in like the vault or VR or something like that, because like, are you literally the size of the house, or is this scaled down to be like 1/6 or 1/100th or whatever it is, kind of similar to some of the vehicles or like the Star Trek stuff? It doesn't have any kind of scaling. It doesn't say that this is absolutely massive, or this is super tiny and it's supposed to be just like a statue. Who knows? I know you can kind of scale it up in your vault anyway, but just like the base or like the default size, I'm kind of curious to see how big it is and how detailed the balloons are, because the balloons are super detailed and it's really big. That means it's meant to be large, but if it's meant to be super tiny and as you blow it up, balloons might get pixelated. But this is really, really unique looking, and I really like the movie Up. Some people, it's definitely a very memed movie in the sense that people always joke around about like, oh, the first few minutes of Up had a better, you know, love story than Twilight or this movie or that movie, which is true. Like the first few minutes of the movie is pretty sad, but the whole concept of all the balloons and stuff like that is super, super unique and interesting. So I'm actually kind of glad they didn't just do 5 characters. They actually did one person. The next one is a character. They actually did one. They did basically 4 characters and one that is a quote unquote, I guess, the thing. This is super unique and I really, really like this. So if we scroll down, 60 for the box price again. So 9,000 men. So far it's only been going down. The mint numbers have been going down by 4,000, then basically 2,000. So this is a first edition. It's not a person. It's not a character or anything like that. It's a house with a bunch of balloons on it. So it's first edition. Disney, Pixar Pals, you know, the whole deal. So this is super exciting. I really, really like the look of this. So far, it doesn't seem like any of these are animated. They haven't said any of these are animated yet. So, and last but not least, we have Edna Mode, who is in The Incredibles. I think she helps them with their outfits and stuff like that. Again, it's been so long since I've watched Disney movies and or like Pixar movies in general, but I do remember she helped them make their outfits, no capes. I remember that meme and all that stuff. It's actually pretty funny how she helps them make their outfits and stuff like that. So yeah, we have Edna Mode. Probably, you know, not probably the icing or say the cherry on top of the blind box that probably most of us wanted, but she's a recognizable character. She's pretty funny. So we have her at the ultra rare category. Only 7,000 mints on this one. First appearance, ultra rare, Disney, Pixar, the whole deal. So she's in The Incredibles. This genius designer is displayed in a dramatic full 3D color, making super addition to any collection. So price predictions on these. Oof, this is rough. We're in the middle of a gem squeeze. You know, we might have more drops coming later this month. Pixar is very, very big. I think Woody, it's so hard to do price predictions on these, but I will say, obviously the 3 main characters are going to do very, very well. I do think the balloons are going to do very well in addition to that, but Edna Mode, I'm not too sure. It's a first appearance, yeah, don't get me wrong. You know, FA Incredibles and all that stuff. Even though something is FA of a certain, let's say IP, I think people are still more attached to the character, right? Even though Edna Mode is an ultra rare, but let's say they did come out with like an Incredibles blind box format a little bit later on that actually had the family, the family in its entirety in a blind box format, or maybe they have Mr. Incredible in 5 different variations or whatever they decide to do. I do think those will probably perform better than Edna, just because again, I highly value popularity over mint numbers. So even though for the longest time, I bet I can almost just picture it months and months and months from now, once the market recovers and it's kind of doing its thing and then it plateaus, people are going to be saying, why are people disrespecting Edna Mode? She's the first appearance of the Incredibles. But it's like, well, we got other Incredibles that are like actually in the movie or that are like the main characters, right? Even though maybe some of the family members might have more than double the mints, they might actually be more expensive than Edna Mode. Who knows? For the most part. So that's just throwing ideas out there. I think she'll do fine. She'll probably still be the most expensive of all of these, but man, price prediction for Woody, it's so hard to say because everything is just skewed, right? Everything is so cheap right now on the market that if this could go for cheap, if I try to completely just throw out ideas out there, I would say I'm gonna give like 100 gem range. I would say 250 to 350 for this, probably higher. 300 to 400. Let's just throw out 300 to 400 for this. It's probably gonna be kind of like the lenticular cards. Gosh, maybe higher. It's a 3D collectible. Like I'm going through my head, like I'm finding reasons that it would go up in price, but also reasons it would go down in price, comparing it to other NFTs that are currently on the platform. Yeah, let's just say, whoops. Let's just say 300 to 400 for this. I'd say 250 to 350 for this, so this will be cheaper than Woody. Lightning Mcqueen will, even though it has like the lower mints and everything like that, I still think it'll be cheaper than Woody, so I think that might be like the same price as Mike Wazowski. The balloons. So I really I really like the balloons like a lot. This is super unique looking. Maybe 400 gems, but who knows? Like the market's gonna be so volatile. I might have to just give up on doing like market predictions, because honestly I've been wrong the last like 6 or 7 drops, like really off, because the market is just in such a whack right now. And the thing is, like, these things could pump a lot after a drop, but then Veve does another announcement for another IP, or maybe we get an MTL announcement, or maybe we get a comics and showroom announcement, you know, all kinds of stuff that can happen. So again, if I had to throw a number out here, let's say the balloons are like 550, and I'd probably put Edna Mode probably at around 550 as well. I think she's just not a super significant character. I haven't seen the other Incredible movies, so maybe she plays a huge role in those and I just have no idea. But in my mind, I'd rather invest in like the actual main characters than kind of like a background meme, somewhat of a meme funny character thing or whatever. That's just my take. Again, my price predictions are probably going to be woefully off. The fact that we're in a major gem squeeze, MTL's like at any point around the corner, hopefully, and we do have some other things on the horizon. It's really hard to tell, to actually give accurate price predictions. You know, there's still botting going on, as you could tell with some of the most recent Ron English drops that we've had. Sometimes we just see a huge wall of 40 or 50 NFTs just get thrown up all at the same time at the exact same price. So there's a lot of obviously botting still going on, so that could bring the price down. But then again, there's a lot of people that are very bullish or kind of been waiting for another big IP announcement that could bring the price up. So yeah, sorry, I think that's enough of ranting and raving for right now. But yeah, I'm super excited for Pixar. I've been holding my gems. The only thing I've been using my gems on is to buy stuff and flip it very quickly. I am going to keep at least like 1 or 2 of the posters, because I really do like the Ron English posters about the Ukraine conflict and stuff going on. So, but other than that, I like Pixar Pals. Not sure what I'm going to do exactly with purchasing them or playing them in the secondary market. I do think these things could go up, and then gem squeeze keep going down in the future. But we'll see. With the next IP announcement, these things could go down just like everything else. But yeah, anyway. Long story short, I'm excited. Yeah, that's it. So please double and triple check all of your guys' listings before you post them so you don't screw yourself over. And I'll catch you guys next time.